God.
Anyway, we can start recording now.
Wait. I just want to. I want to ask. I want to ask this, Devin.
Yeah.
Where did the tomato originate?
The tomato originated. That's an easy one. Cleveland, Ohio. There was
City by the
there
sea.
was a there is a guy, and he invented the first hot dog. It was actually, it's like with the chicken. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Hot dogs
What came
became
first,
before
the hot
pigs.
dog or the tomato.
That is literally
And believe
so
it or not,
far
people
from
don't
being the
know
same
that
thing.
that hot dogs were invented before tomatoes, and that tomatoes were invented specifically for hot dogs. So,
So you heard
I
it here
read that
first.
somewhere on
that
Facebook.
Mustard does not belong on a hot dog. It's ketchup. From Devin Hanley.
Yeah, that's a
From
that's
Mr.
A,
from
that's a
Mr.
true
Connecticut
fact, though.
himself.
Yeah, that's
What did I say? What was that?
That-
Fuck mustard is what you said.
That fuck mustard.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong on a hot dog. And if you put a mustard on a hot dog, don't even consider yourself American.
Yeah,
I don't remember saying that at
He
all.
said that.
because
He said
I
that.
don't agree with that. I did. When did I say that?
From
Huh?
Never mind.
Yeah, no, yeah. You don't remember?
Yeah, you just said that.
No,
Let the
show me.
record show.
Let me
We'll
hear it.
rewind.
Show me that it was said. Prove it to me, and I'll believe you. But I would not say
We'll
that.
insert this
In
into
editing,
the show. Yeah.
I will insert what you just said.
Okay. All right.
And
I'm
say it.
interested to hear it.
What are you interested in hearing?
Well, I may have said that I don't think that
May have said
ketchup
now. May
belongs
have
on
said now.
a cheeseburger.
But what?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that in ketchup on a cheeseburger. I believe in mustard on a cheeseburger. But a hot dog is fair game. Ketchup, mustard, relish, onions, anything can go on a hot dog.
That's not what he said.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, that's not what he said.
You specifically said
Fuck
that
mustard.
tomatoes were created for hot dogs, and if anybody puts mustard on a hot dog, they're un-American. And I don't know. You said something else.
And,
really
and I
racist
agreed.
after that.
I agreed. This is why we're boys.
This is why we're boys. This is exactly why we're friends.
Listen, if you can show me that, I will accept it, but I will vehemently push that statement away because I don't believe that.
Can't wait.
He said,
that.
I went to a Yankees game and I got in a fight with a guy because I saw him put mustard on a hot dog.
I almost, the great thing about going to a Yankees game is there are like at least 3 times where I thought that I might actually see a fight. But then it just ended up being
Nature's
people
healing.
fucking with each other.
Nature's healing.
New
New York is coming
healing.
back. It's healing.
Cheesy Gordita Bunch. Cheesy Gordita Bunch. Welcome to the show.
Well, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. And with me, as always, my co-host, Devin Hanley, DJ Dildil. He's back.
DJ Dildil, it's me, back from the abyss. Back to warm your tummies and your eardrums.
We
Yeah.
missed you.
Yeah, we missed you.
I miss you guys, man. This is
Convincing.
It's fucking.
Convincing. I didn't even think about you
I was
once.
thinking the
No,
same
listen.
shit the way he said
It's
it.
fucking great. It's fucking great to see you guys. Being out of the ATX, it's a weird thing, but I'm so glad that there's still the one thing that keeps this Trinity connected, that binds this triangle, the wonderful, diverse world of nation of Bell.
Yeah. No, those are, they say that the strongest shape is a pyramid.
A triangle, but yeah.
Exactly.
Same thing. Tomato, tomato.
And a pyramid kind of
Tomato
looks like
jam,
a shell.
tomato
Like if you
jam.
take a crunchy shell,
Yeah, it
I
looks
mean
like-
that's what we are. We're like that
Or a
art,
chip.
that crunchy shell.
Yeah, or a chip in
Or a chip.
the most decadent nachos that they provide.
Yeah. And, of course, we got the sour cream in this Taco Supreme. Mr. Jordan Cravins Krenek.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr.
We love you. What's good to you?
Mr. Jordan Chardonnay Krenek.
Devin saying that because I'm definitely drinking a wine from the bottle right now.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, drinking
Hey,
some white
so-
wine
so-
from the bottle.
Good on you. I mean, that is definitely a step up from the Bud Light Lime, world that we were living in. A nice
that's-
white
You
wine. to
are
pair with-
truly living a white woman's dream right now. Wow, you're just killing it.
Yeah.
Here for this Taco Bell brunch.
Oh man, Devin, how far are you away from your nearest Taco Bell?
Wow. So I knew right off the bat that this was going to be a huge challenge up here. So right now, about 30 minutes
Whoa.
to the closest
30 minutes.
Taco Bell.
Honestly, Devin, unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another devastating confession that I want to get this out of the way at the top of the show because there might be some hurt feelings out there.
Let's hear it.
I don't think I'm ready.
As everybody knows, most nights before we record this show, we eat Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But today, the in-laws were over for dinner. We had KFC.
Hey, I'll
So yeah,
contact
KFC
Ivan.
tonight.
Hey, Devin, thanks for showing up. We're gonna go ahead and get Ivan on the phone.
Listen, you know what? You can edit this out. I know it's going to be dramatic, but hey, at least we kept it yum. You know what I'm saying?
Kept it yum.
At least we stayed in the yum family.
Okay,
So
what'd you get from KFC? Last thing before we move on.
yeah, man, it was not very good.
Yeah, all right. You know what?
it was-
Let's move on now.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for coming.
I'm saving this for my KFC podcast, which is going on simultaneously to this one. So check that out on your own time.
In the bucket with Devin.
In the bucket
Ooh.
with Devin.
Damn.
Wow. He's quick on his feet there. I mean, on his feet.
yeah,
He's quick
man.
Now on today's show, we're going to be talking about a famous little pooch. We're going to be talking about Gidget, the Taco Bell dog. Yeah, and I know we touched a little bit on Gidget in our commercials episode, but I really believe that she deserved 2 full episodes.
100%. No, 100%. And you know what? I think it's really astounding.
I
That,
don't know why I couldn't stop. Like that made me laugh thinking about us doing 2 episodes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
On the Taco Bell dog.
Can
Bell Nation needs to know. I mean, come on. Like when you think about it, what is more iconic than the Taco Bell dog? I would say that out of all things Taco Bell related, that the dog is definitely top 3 or 5 at least.
I would
most
totally
iconic.
agree. I would totally agree. Besides the bong, the bell,
You would
and the
put
Taco
you would
Bell
put
dog.
Bong over Chihuahua?
1000%. If you hear that, you can hear that noise in any song, and someone's gonna be like, "Is that the fucking Taco Bell bong?"
That's hilarious. No,
You know what I mean?
No, okay. Let's say that's true. That somebody's going. You know
It's
what?
the only thing that's lasted time.
No, hold on. We're gonna talk. We have to talk about this because I think Devin's right on challenging on this one. So, if we're looking at if somebody heard the Taco Bell bong in a song, they would say what? You just said it. They would say, "Is that the Taco Bell bong?" If somebody heard "Yo quiero Taco Bell" in a song,
No. We're talking about. Oh, I guess that's fair.
that's the fucking slogan. That was like the punchline of that dog, though, for real. If somebody heard
So
that, they wouldn't go, "Is that Gidget?" They would be like, "Holy shit! How did
That's
Taco
a
Bell make it
fucking
into this
Taco
song?"
Bell dog.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say that the impact that dog it supersedes that Taco Bell bong.
I don't know.
And I
there's
agree with
there's
you
no
though,
question.
that the Taco Bell bong as a sound is like very, you hear that sound immediately, you know that it's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I just think
Other
that
people
when
are like,
you,
"Someone turn on my Xbox."
It's pretty close. It's pretty
Yeah.
close.
man, if you've got one of those out there in Bell Nation, if you're listening and you have one of those, name your price. Name your price. Or give us your address and we'll come and live outside of your house.
Yeah.
Devin's talking about the Xbox that Taco Bell gave
Yeah.
away. That when you turn it on,
It sounds
makes-
like the
it
fucking
makes
Taco
a
Bell
fucking
bong.
bong sound, which is so rad because there's
That's
only
so
like
rad.
a couple that they ever made, right?
Yeah.
Which you would know if you listened to episode 12, our quote unquote fans who won't leave a review.
Won't leave a review.
I'm looking at you out there. Yeah, you know who you are.
All we're saying is your phone's in your hand. You can just leave us a review. Right?
Leave us a review.
We can all co-sign that. Yeah.
I'm co-signing that.
Now, we don't have any Taco the Town. We don't have, like, real anything important. Yeah, Taco Bell's going to start testing, like, a plant-based chicken breast, naked chicken chalupa. Awesome. That's great. Good job, vegetarians. You're doing it.
Wait, you plant-based or?
Yeah, plant-based.
It's plant-based chicken?
It's made to look like a naked chicken chalupa, but it's
Oh, okay.
plant-based.
All right. Keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah. That's cool. But I think we need to talk about the rumors, all right? Because today's
yeah.
episode is going to be a pretty hefty episode, so I just want to get really right down to it. So some of Bell Nation's most loyal patriots did reach out to us, and I do have some rumors. I did run these by a friend of the show, Crunchwrap Chris. So on July 22nd, they are releasing nacho fries. They're coming back, boys.
Let's go!
Woo!
So-
Banging.
Please expect
That's
another
pretty
Fries with
fast.
My Guys episode.
That's pretty quick, man. From turnaround.
Almost every 6 months,
They-
this looks like, right?
Has it been
They
six-
can't
has
keep
it been
them.
6
They can't
months?
keep them away. America,
no way it's
America
been 6
has
months.
spoken. They want nacho fries multiple times a year.
They didn't take them away
It's
6 months ago.
January.
There's no way.
It's
There's no way.
yeah, January.
They
is
stopped in January?
Yeah.
I'm fucking dying, bro. Time's
You
going
know,
so
only
fast.
reason why I know that, and I'm gonna sound terribly fat for this. The McRib also came out that month. Yeah, so nacho fries are coming back July 22nd, so towards the end of July. Along with it, they're going to release a loaded taco fries and a burrito version. So we're going to have some tacos in our, some fries in our tacos and our burritos.
Let's
So
go.
basically,
this
this
is a
summer
given.
they're
They
just
should've did
looking
this
for
on
ways to
time.
just shove potatoes in any way they possibly can into our bodies.
They're like,
They
please,
must-
I'm sorry.
just like earlier this year, just like Taco Bell was just out like buying potato farms, and they're just like, what are you doing this for? Like, why is Taco Bell buying all these potato farms? And they're just like, oh, just you wait, America. Just you wait till summer 2021.
Now the last one is the one I'm actually most excited for. It's the Flamin' Hot Doritos taco.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it looks tasty. I wonder if it's more akin to the volcano, or if it's gonna like really taste like a Flamin' Hot. You know what I mean, like the Flamin' Hot Cheeto like brand.
No, I've had this before. So I'm not a huge, like, y'all know, I'm a baby on the spice. Okay, so not a big
Facts.
spicy
You're
kind of
a
guy.
Verde man. You
Yeah.
like to
I'm
keep it in the Verde region.
There it is, my guy. And so I've had this one. It's pretty good. It's not too spicy. It's actually really going to be pretty much similar to the. It's really, really similar to the Doritos Locos that's now, right? It's pretty,
Really?
yeah, but it's not. It's not obviously the flavor is just a little bit differently. So but it's not like hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
It's not like hot Cheetos. It's like. It's just it just has like a little kick. That's really it. Like literally just a little bit of extra kick into it. Nothing crazy. Nothing.
So it's
doesn't-
not gonna be like a volcano where it's like really spicy.
No, it's not gonna like linger. Is the real thing.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all know Jordy's
So-
doesn't like lingerers.
Well,
Lingering.
I'm-
Well, I mean, if it burns and your fucking lips start burning, all those shit. It's
You
not.
gotta
like
eat
that.
more. Hasn't Hot Cheetos ever taught you anything?
So it's gonna be it's gonna be an easy eat. I
Yeah.
think is the point. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to convey.
so I'm gonna kind of echo Jordan here. I tend to veer away from the spicy Cheetos because they give me like fire poops, man. Like the worst fire poop. Like any of those hot chips, especially in conjunction with Taco Bell, is just like a fucking full-on freight train assault on my colon.
Oh, yeah.
So I veer away because they taste good, but the after effects are catastrophic for me. And that even just goes with the chips, just the chips.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the Connecticut blood. They
It
just
is a
can't.
Connecticut
Yeah,
blood.
just
Yeah.
can't
All right,
handle
all
it.
right.
That's, you're right about that.
Yeah, man. It probably needs to. I mean, maybe if you like dip them in mayonnaise or something. You know.
Oh God, no.
This mayonnaise is
No, no.
spicy.
That does not happen. I'm actually surprised because I thought that like the Doritos or the spicy Cheetos were much more of a Texas thing, and I was surprised because you still see them up here. People still do eat them up here. I just can't.
Hey, it's okay. I'm turning 30, so I get it.
Hey, there you are.
Well, Bell Nation, if you have any more rumors, hit our DMs. You have our email address in the description for the episode. Cheesy Gordita Bunch pod at gmail.com. Hit us with those rumors. We want to know, and we'll even come up with a cool nickname for you. You can also, again, just follow us on Instagram and go in those DMs. But Bell Nation, if you can, just follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All you have to do is search Cheesy Gordita Bunch, and you will find us. And, of course, again, please leave a review.
Just slide on into those DMs.
Oh, yeah.
Slide in.
Is that a good slide sound?
That sounds like a pretty sloppy slide, but
Now,
but I'd say so.
Now, on today's episode, we are talking about the Taco Bell dog. And after reading this book, all right, I've learned a lot of useless information about training dogs. Okay, they really go in depth. The book I'm talking about is called A Famous Dog's Life, The Story of Gidget, America's Most Beloved Chihuahua, by Rennie, Dybell, and Sue Chipperton. Now, Sue Chipperton, she was the actual owner and trainer of Gidget.
Owner and trainer, okay.
Yeah, she fucking loved this dog. So just to give you some background,
As most owners.
believe it or not, most owners do love their dogs. It's crazy. Yeah. Now, Sue Chipperton started training animals back in the early 90s. She worked on everything from a TLC video, the Taco Bell commercials, Gran Torino, Titanic.
God,
She
I love
even
that
worked
movie.
on Kong,
Gran Torino.
Skull Island. Yeah.
Love it. Like that movie too.
Nice.
Great movie. Yeah, she actually owns Kong. So
She's got 3 houses on Skull Island.
her obsession with training animals really started young. She grew up in Buckinghamshire, UK. She grew up around dogs. As a child, her mom actually had a blind poodle named Cindy. The funny thing about poodles is they have a lot of energy. So this dog would run all around outside. And she knew she wanted to train dogs because her mom trained Cindy to stop before she ran into a tree. She would literally yell, "Cindy, stop," or "Cindy, tree, stop." She would stop right before she hit the tree. Her mom would go over there, reposition this dog, and then let the dog run. And I think that's a lot of love right there.
That's the most heartwarming fucking thing we've ever talked about on the show, hands down.
That's some real compassion right there.
Well, that's what really started her love for training. You know, she grew up around all these type of dogs. She was so enamored by, working with animals that she wanted to join the Royal Air Force to train dogs, like as soon as she got out of school. But, misogyny back in the 90s, they actually didn't let women do that yet.
Damn, even just in the 90s?
In the 90s, bro.
Damn.
You know what's crazy? You should see the way police treat black people now.
Man,
It's terrible.
Teach me later.
I got you. Now, at the age of 19, Sue left London and hit the beaches of Fort Lauderdale, baby. Woo! Her and Casey Anthony.
God, I love Fort Lauderdale.
The exact opposite of London. Like as far away from, what is her town called?
Buckinghamshire.
Buckinghamshire. I've never been there, but I can imagine that
British
it's
name
very,
ever.
Buckinghamshire.
Yeah, it's the most British name ever, and I can imagine it is just about as different from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as it could possibly be.
Yeah, one
Just a guess.
place boils all of their food. The other place grills it all. Now,
Or fries it.
probably fries it. Now, her dream whenever she came to Florida was to train dolphins at Ocean World, which is a inferior SeaWorld, if there were ever one.
I was gonna say, like, how much lower could you go from SeaWorld?
It's sad because for sure that the tanks were smaller. Now, Ocean World didn't provide any real training, so she basically had to mimic other trainers and what they were doing. But again, this was super easy for her because she grew up around this type of stuff. She grew up around, teaching animals all types of shit. That kind of like dismisses it, but like a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? So this really came easy to her. She had a passion for working with animals, and she really, pretty fast, she became the head trainer, and she was doing all of the dolphin shows at this point.
I just finished that bottle of wine, y'all. It's over.
Now, she spent 3 years at Ocean World before making it, out to California. The main motivation of going to California, she said, was money. Because when she started at Ocean World, training dolphins, mind you, she was only getting paid $4 an hour.
$4.
$4.
Bro, you can't even
Those
get
are
a
some
$5
fucking-
Cravins box.
That's what you get. That's what you get for working at Ocean World.
Yeah, you know the thing is they charge so much money to like swim with dolphins and shit,
It's like, oh, it's so
but it's
expensive.
only like they're only paying their employees like $4 an hour.
Oh.
Well, when she left only 3 years later, she was only making $7. And this was when she's like the head trainer. She's doing all of the shows, only getting paid $7 an hour. Insane,
Man,
right?
imagine getting like eaten by a killer whale at your job, and then just like being on the way into its stomach and being like, "Oh my god, I'm just making $7 an hour doing this shit."
Now, in her book, she
Anyway.
says people don't get into dolphin training for the money, especially when people in California were getting paid $20 an hour to do that shit.
Nah, I don't know, bro.
Mhm.
In her book, she says people don't get into dolphin training for money.
It's the love of the game, baby. The love of the game.
I don't know.
You know how you get it? That's the only way you're.
fine. Okay,
You got to get into
People
the
don't do it.
dolphin trading business. That's where the money's at.
Now,
That's some bullshit.
that's when Sue headed out west, and she started with Studio Animal Services. And really, that's where she's going to leave her mark in the training industry. She does it now, almost 30 years later.
Oh, she's still doing this.
Oh, bro, fuck yeah, she's
I guess-
active.
I
Kong
guess
Skull
just-
Island was like 2017.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that she would still be alive. I feel, she didn't like die with the dog, you know?
No!
You know what I mean? It just feels like
That's just like the mark of any good owner, any good celebrity animal owner. It's like, well, if they're going down, I'm going down with them.
Well, yeah, they actually put down Bubbles the chimp when Michael Jackson died. They put him
Oh,
down
man.
with him.
you're lying.
That's
Of
so
course
sad.
I'm lying.
Oh, I'm like,
of
what the
course I'm
fuck?
lying.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Bubbles the chimp.
you are lying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah,
Because I
believe
was
it or
about to
not,
say this
Michael
show just
Jackson-
took a sad turn, and we should.
Now, the day was February 13th, 1995, and Sue and a friend were looking for a dog commercial. They were looking for a Westie. So I assume it was for they were really non-specific.
Those are kind of cute.
Oh, they're really cute.
Yeah.
They have like little mustaches. The Caesar dog commercials.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are cute. Aren't they like hypoallergenic or something like that?
I don't fucking know. I got 2
Uh,
pugs.
they-
They don't listen to me at all. I tried doing some of the training. She's like, if you got a hyper dog, then they're gonna be perfect because that means they're food motivated. And I'm like, my dog is fucking terrible. He is not food motivated. Now, they had gotten a hit on where they could find a Westie. And when they go into the back office, that's because that's where they're keeping the dogs. Her eye is caught by this little fawn Chihuahua just bouncing up and down. And while the owner was talking to her friend, Sue like immediately turned the conversation to the puppy. And seeing like the puppy like had all of their attention, this dog was just like, she described it as a rubber bouncing ball,
That's
just
funny.
jumping up and down.
That's Chihuahuas for you for
She,
sure.
she
Yes.
saw that Chihuahua, and she's like, "You see that over there? That's going to be a star right there. Him.
That's the thing.
She's going to climb all the way to the tippity top of show."
That's the thing. Is she mentions it in the book. She was like, I didn't. When I saw this dog, I didn't think, wow, that dog's a star. She was like, I didn't even know what we would do with this dog, but I wanted it because it was cute. That's the only reason why she got
That's so
Gidget the
interesting.
dog is because she was cute. And well, they were there to do like a specific thing. They were there to get that Westie, right? Well, Sue was just so like enamored by this dog that she kept asking about it, and she was like, well, they want us to like collect all types of dogs, all breeds, all colors. I don't think we have a small brown dog. Like we could use that one day for something. So they call up the agency, they haggle it, they pay for it, and they get Gidget. Yeah, they get
Wow.
Gidget the dog. Yeah. But the thing is she was sitting there with her brother. Yeah, and her brother apparently was all calm, like put out a little paw, like, hey, what's up? How's it going? And, it was real regal. And she was...
So somewhere out there's a little Westie in a cage watching Taco Bell commercials. Who's like, God damn it, that could have been me. That could have been me. I could have had that life, but I'm stuck here in this fucking kennel.
Yeah, no, I mean, essentially, because the thing is, she wanted the dog because she knew small dogs didn't go to the ranch, and the ranch is what they called their big facility that housed all these animals.
Yeah, Michael Jackson had one of those too.
Now, she knew that those small animals would have to live with the owner, with the trainers. So she was like, "Fuck yeah, this is a win-win." So they end up getting Gidget the dog, and she even regrets in her book. She says that she regrets not getting the male because they always needed a backup for Gidget, and they could never find another small brown dog.
Wow.
I mean, okay.
So this is really a rags
I got
to
like
riches
4 of them
story.
on Runberg.
Seriously, like, you know how easy it would be to find like a little brown Chihuahua? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? It's like there's definitely a surplus of Chihuahuas in America. Like, there's not like a fucking shortage. You know what I mean?
There's a Chihuahua surplus. Absolutely, we're giving them away. No, this is a very American, like, rags to riches story. This is very endearing. Like, this is like
riches.
No, you're absolutely right. This little dog was probably
in the gutter.
in the gutter, thrown to the side. No,
Cast away.
yeah, exactly. Shunned by its people. You're absolutely right. This is a rags to riches story because this dog went from living in a kennel to fucking being literally a part of the zeitgeist. You know what I mean? Being a part of American pop culture. I'm sure you can go to, like, I don't know, a developing country and still see like Taco Bell shirts, you know what I mean, with the dog on it and shit. You know what I mean? So you're right.
That dog was living big, and that dog was like had a nice little bed up in the Hollywood Hills, was like humping all the other Hollywood elite, you know, all the little poodles and French bulldogs and stuff.
Yeah, you know, interesting
It's
fact.
like living the life.
Interesting fact. Gidget did have a sibling that Sue owned, and the dog's name, it was a cattle dog mix. Her name was Beans, and she was named after a Del Taco bean burrito.
Whoa, how do we feel about that?
Fuck that dog. What do you mean? I know how I feel about it. All right, fuck that dog.
Yeah.
All right, Del
We
Taco.
don't associate with Del Taco down to on an animalistic level. We do not.
No.
We do not associate.
Don't even put me in front of a Del Taco, all right? I'm going to start shitting. It is with a heavy heart that I must say Ocean World Fort Lauderdale is going out of business. You know what that means? Ocean World is having a going out of business sale. Everything you see is not 50, not 60, not 70% off. No, everything is at least 75% off. This whale, 82% off. This otter, 86% off. This potted dolphin, well, hell, we are just giving them away. Do you own an enclosure? Do you have proper certifications? Do you live in a state that lets you own a pod of dolphins? Doesn't matter to us. Just take them. We just need to get fucking rid of them ASAP. Here, why don't we talk to a happy customer? Now, tell the good people at home what you picked up today.
I picked up jellyfish.
Wow, you got some of our jellyfish?
No, I got all the jellyfish.
Wow, now why did you need so many?
I thought you said you wouldn't ask that.
That's fucking right. And we'll never ask anyone else. So come on down to Ocean World, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Because if you don't buy them, we're going to shoot them. Every single one. Now, Gidget wasn't a scrub. All right, she picked up being a studio dog really, really fast.
A natural.
A natural. That's exactly what she would say. Because Gidget really loved to play, and Sue really gave her a lot of positive reinforcements. At 3 months old, Gidget was already learning how to bark on command and land on her marks, which is really key to being a studio dog, because if you can learn that, you could pretty much learn any other behavior. And that's what they call tricks. They don't call them tricks. They call them behaviors. Okay? That's what we call them in the studio business. You'll get there soon. It's funny because my dog knows how to bark at anything.
Doesn't even need a command.
Yeah, it doesn't need a command. It just barks. I
It
don't
just
even
feels
need.
it, you know?
I don't even need to give it marks, okay? Because it has no personal space. He walks all over me. Yeah, he's the absolute fucking worst, but I love him.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. That's the same fucking thing with my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
So
just
funny,
just
bro.
reading or listening to this book made me realize I was like, I fucked up somewhere. I fucked up somewhere because she's like, if you have a puppy, you know, make it go outside, hang out with other people, take it to the store, really like socialize it. So whenever it does go out, it's not a fucking nut job. And we got, we got Bernie during quarantine, and now he is just a clingy ass dog that barks and cries anytime Nora steps out of the apartment.
Oh god.
It's the worst.
Hey, you know what? We can't all be Gidgets, right?
True.
You know?
Yeah. You know we can't
For
control.
every Gidget out there, there's one of Gidget's brothers. Someone not picked.
left
Left in the gutter.
Cast aside, left in the gutter.
Now, according to Sue, Gidget really loved to work. Apparently, she was really focused when she got on set, and Sue said that even like her body language would change. You know what I mean? And well, in 1997, an agency was reaching out to cast for Taco Bell commercials, and Sue really just thought that this was just going to be another run-of-the-mill commercial. You know, they've done 1,000 commercials before, none with Taco Bell, and none this successful. And she was really surprised because they were looking for 2 Chihuahuas, a male and a female. So they cast Gidget as the female and cast a male Chihuahua named Dinky as the boyfriend.
Dinky.
Oh, you got to watch out for Dinky.
Yeah.
He was pretty well known in the industry for his dubious mannerisms.
Yeah, he got me too'd. Yeah, got me too'd.
Me too.
Well, Gidget was cast, and again, she was set to star as the shaky little girlfriend, and Dinky was supposed to be the macho boyfriend. Well, a few days before the shoot, the director switched the roles, and now Gidget was to be the boyfriend. And from there, it just kind of like launched. Like the rest is literal history because the girlfriend only ran for like 3 other commercials. And the boyfriend, let me just say this. Well, everyone knows this already. After those 3 commercials, everyone absolutely loved the Taco Bell dog.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So she really not only did she come in and just revolutionize, she really ruined Dinky's career. Like she
Yeah.
she came in and just totally swept Dinky away.
Yeah,
And that's impressive.
No.
That's impressive.
for sure.
Like
That's so funny.
No, it really is because
she's a ruthless
The savage in
Working-
the industry.
working her way to the
cutthroat.
top. Like it's a tough
Cutthroat.
industry.
The word.
cutthroat. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, a month after the
Like she
shoot,
did it on purpose.
a month after the shoot, the commercial started to air, and that's when people really started to recognize Gidget. Sue would take her on to other sets for other dog commercials and would, train Gidget in between takes. And as she was training and just chilling with Gidget, a camera operator taps her on her shoulder and was like, "Hey, is that the Taco Bell dog?"
That's so
And when
funny,
she
bro.
confirmed, a bunch of people started crowding around them and giving Gidget compliments. And Gidget was dancing and prancing around and stuff. And I mean, as the days and weeks went on, more and more people began to recognize her, began to give her more praises. Essentially, she was a starlet. You know what I mean?
She was a grumpy cat status.
I would
Everybody
say, I would say,
recognized
yeah. Just like how there's Richard Pryor, and then there's your Dave Chappelle's Taco Bell dog, and then you got Grumpy Cats. You know what I mean?
Who would you say is more popular? Who would you say now that the Grumpy Cat thing has kind of calmed down over the past decade?
Well, first off, R.I.P. Grumpy Cat.
Oh, yeah, R.I.P. Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I didn't know
Gidget
Grumpy
and
Cat
Gadget and Dinky and all you lost
Well,
heroes.
again-
So definitely Gidget to me because Grumpy Cat, even though
Are you sure Grumpy Cat had a movie?
Grumpy Cat had a movie?
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza played Grumpy Cat in a movie.
What?
Yes,
Feature length.
a feature-length movie. Yes.
What the fuck was that movie about?
You've seen all 5 Transformers, but you've never seen the Grumpy Cat movie?
Grumpy Cat has a fucking movie?
Yes, Grumpy Cat has a movie.
Okay, quickly. What is the movie about? Have you seen it?
Listen,
No, I haven't seen it. I'm
Devin, have you
insulted
seen
that
it?
you think I've seen it.
You know about it.
Jordan, I was with you. I had no idea. It was a feature.
Okay,
movie.
it's called Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever.
This sounds so
You laughed, but it has
fucking
3.5 out of 5 stars, okay? So it must be a pretty good movie.
How many Rotten Tomatoes? What does it have on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, certified fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Let me
No,
see.
of course it doesn't. I
Yeah,
have no
to
idea what
fucking
it
say.
is. Okay, so the plot of the story is Grumpy Cat is a lonely and grumpy cat living in a mall pet store that is slated to be closed. She is bitter at being consistently passed over for other animals in the store, but is surprised to find that she can communicate with Crystal, an equally lonely 12-year-old girl who is shocked that Grumpy Cat can talk. The two are initially at odds, but start to befriend each other, especially after high-price Leon Burger Dog, I don't know, is kidnapped from the pet store for its value.
What?
Yeah, it
the
sounds like a
sounds
terrible
fuck?
movie, right?
No, it sounds like the worst
That shit.
decision that you can make in a movie about animals. I feel is like having the animals be able to talk.
The
Like,
funny
I want
part.
to see fucking Grumpy Cat talking.
I think that was the beauty of the Taco Bell dog, is it was in spurts, it was catchy, and it was, I mean, it's a catchphrase.
To the point.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of room for him to elaborate and like hang himself with his words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna say though that I think that in the longevity of time, I think that a Grumpy Cat will be remembered more than the Taco Bell dog.
Hey, well,
I think that the Taco Bell.
it was a good episode, Devin. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
No,
Wait,
I'm kidding.
agreeing
I'm
with you.
kidding.
I disagreed with you.
No,
You just said the same thing.
I know. I think that the Taco Bell dog is. I think that he will
I
forever
thought
be in the zeitgeist.
he said the opposite as well, Devin. So I don't know.
What?
I thought you said
What?
that you're on the Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, I thought you were on
train.
Grumpy Cat.
Why
train.
would Grumpy Cat
He had a
get
move.
any? Grumpy Cat was only big until they died. Like, and no one ever hears about Grumpy Cat anymore. They sell
Yeah, but-
socks, but it's like. who
But
gives
you
a
don't
fuck?
think the fact that it was in the era of like viral things, like that's the only reason I say
I
it
don't know.
is
I'm
because
gonna
I
say
think that.
I'm gonna say Taco Bell dog, bro, because the thing with it is
Now
that
you're
doesn't-
changing your mind.
No, he said Taco Bell dog from the jump.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
Taco.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
And so
right.
because like
That's right.
just like there are some people who aren't on social media, so they just never saw Grumpy Cat, and they fucking damn sure didn't see that movie. That's for sure. But everybody saw Taco Bell commercials.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like a younger generation now that probably doesn't know who the Taco Bell dog is.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him. That
Like,
doesn't make
ask
it
your
less-
brother. Ask your brother Dean
He's 13.
exactly if he knows who Taco Bell dog
Okay,
is.
he probably doesn't, but it doesn't make Grumpy Cat more famous or bigger.
I agree. Okay, so back to it.
This is DJ Dilldale talking to the youth out there, Bell Nation. You know who you are.
Hello, fellow children. Okay, well,
right.
yeah. So more and more people started to like praise her and see her, and she thought it was unusual, but she really didn't think anything other than that, you know, until Taco Bell came calling again, and this time they were flying to Miami.
Miami.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
encanta Miami.
Yeah, and that's when she knew like it was becoming a full-on campaign. And the first 2 times that Gidget recorded those commercials, Sue wasn't even there. She was like, she was like doing I think Titanic or some shit, some stupid movie. Just kidding. she was doing some movie, and she let someone else, you know, take Gidget. But once she found out that it was like going to be a full-on like campaign, she wanted to be there the entire time.
Of course.
Now Gidget was a legit pro. In those commercials, she did everything from wearing clothes, riding skateboards, running alongside buses. You know, they trained Gidget for weeks at the ranch.
She could do it all.
Exactly. She could do it all. She was a real Scarlett Johansson, you know?
I'm a human being. I'm a Homo sapien, and I can't skateboard. A dog learned how to do it in 2 weeks. That's
I cannot
count.
run alongside a bus. All right?
You need it.
All right? I cannot do it.
Let me see.
Now,
You know what I can do? I can wear clothes. Yeah, just like Gidget. I'm good
then
at
why are
that.
you naked?
Wow.
Then why are you naked? You told me you couldn't wear
Jordan.
clothes.
Oh.
I've never seen Jordan wear clothes.
Not
Ever.
once. Not ever.
For those of you out in Bell Nation who don't get to see what we see,
But
Jordan
all
is
of a
naked
sudden,
every episode.
I can wear clothes. Yeah, okay, bro. Now, she practiced these, again, for weeks at the ranch. She ran alongside cars from point A to point B. And this particular commercial was difficult because periodically, like, Gidget had to look up at the bus as if she were talking to the passengers. Unlike her human counterparts, Gidget was not motivated by money.
No.
Don't listen to what Dinky says. Don't listen to what Grumpy Cat said. Okay? She was not motivated by money. She was motivated by chicken on a stick.
I was gonna say she's in it for the treats.
Yeah, and when she was full, the only other thing that motivated her was Miss Hedgehog. And they make it a point that you can still buy Miss Hedgehog. So I guess they got some stock in that.
Were they fucking or what?
Gidget had a lot of toys that were her favorite, but Miss Hedgehog went above and beyond and was honestly a key motivator for the bus commercial.
Oh, so it was a toy.
Yeah, it was a toy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, Gidget, like every Chihuahua, did not act her size, and she was actually pretty brave, which was really impressive. Everyone, while listening to this book, they have quotes from almost every like shoot that Gidget was on, saying that Gidget was like professional, and Sue like really took care of her to make sure that she was comfortable at all times, and like she would make this like if she wasn't like ready for something or she didn't trust a particular part, like she would like flick one of her ears. Like that's a thing that like Sue and her like came up with, and Sue would go over there and like adjust.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's professional through and through. She made it on time for all of her interviews. She never gave the director any lip. She was always coordinating with the other actors, feeding off their performances. I get it. Like
Yeah.
she was a fucking star.
Yeah. And I think she even beat out Gary Oldman for the role of Taco Bell Dog. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that guy can play anything.
Inspiring. Now, I know what you're asking. Nick, how did they get Gidget to talk? Well, Bell Nation, it was really quite simple. What they did is they would put a bite stick in her mouth, which is just a small little piece of wood, and it would prop her mouth open so far enough that the animators would have a lighting reference so they can animate her lips moving. And this later on they would just like have Sue like move her lips, like literally massage her mouth on camera, and then they would just manipulate it that way.
God.
Yeah.
Why don't we get paid for that?
Because I can move my lips on command.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing
So
that they
can
could
I.
get her to skateboard and run alongside a van, but they couldn't teach her to talk. I mean, come on. Like, how many more training sessions would it have taken to like make that happen? 3, 4? Come on.
Now, the only issue, with this was on set when they would do wet downs, and what that essentially means is they would spray down the sidewalk in the streets because it looks better on camera, especially when they're doing like night stuff. When they would do wet downs, like Gidget would completely shut down because she wouldn't get cold. Because like we all know, Chihuahua's notorious for being little shaky dogs when they get cold.
Yeah.
Facts.
And Gidget was the same. Like there was nothing you can do to out-train, her natural instinct of just shivering. This was an issue because the iconic Taco Bell dog has some like distinct characteristics that would fade almost instantly when Gidget would get cold. Now the role demanded that Gidget's ears be perky, her eyes be wide, her head be held high with pride and confidence. And again, a lot like other dogs, when she got cold, she looked pretty fucking pathetic. So they would actually bring in space heaters to make sure that she was warm.
Wow.
Okay. I was gonna say that's not on Gidget. That is on the production team, whoever wrote it. If you're gonna get somebody like at the profile of Gidget to be in your production. Like, at least know who you're working with. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear your podcast, music, or product advertised on our show? Well, you are in luck because we are looking for sponsors on the Cheesy Gordita Bunch podcast.
That's right. There's a spot at our table for you. Just send us an email at cheesygorditaBunchPod@gmail.com and reserve a spot on our podcast. We salute you, Bell Nation, and we can't wait to meet you. Now, a year later, Gidget was a full-time commercial star. She was filming new Taco Bell commercials almost every month, and at the beginning of 1998, Taco Bell struck a deal, a product placement deal, with the new Godzilla movie. Now, which is probably the only good thing about the Godzilla movie. Now they
Wait. Hold the fucking record. I fucking
All right.
love
Hold
that
on, you
movie.
like all of the Transformers, okay?
No, I mean they're all fun to watch.
I
They're all
don't need
fun.
to hear anything
They're
from
all
you.
fun to watch. But that movie was an integral part of my childhood.
I'm not saying it wasn't
Exactly.
either. The
Yeah.
cartoon was absolutely amazing. I loved
The cartoon was great. The movie was fantastic too.
The movie was not fantastic.
Well, I was a little kid, so I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your
Yeah, me
excuse
too.
for the
Kiss my ass.
Transformer movies?
Those are fine.
Okay. What were you
We'll
saying?
come back to it.
Okay.
No, that movie was
What-
awesome.
That movie was not awesome. Even like
How old were you when that fucking came out? Like 8?
for sure, I wasn't a movie critic, and I was
We were
like, "Oh my
8.
god, this
We
was
were like,
amazing."
This movie sucks ass. How dare they put this much popcorn in Madison Square Garden? Like, what the fuck?
What I remember-
Godzilla's
what I
foot
re-
would not
what
be
I
that
remember-
big.
What I remember most from that movie is the soundtrack. I had like that soundtrack was
I am not
awesome. Where there
surprised.
was like the P Diddy the Puff Daddy,
Puff Daddy, yeah. Don't hate.
Puff Daddy,
recognize, bro.
Cashmere, Led Zeppelin mashup. Truly a piece of gold. That whole soundtrack was fucking incredible.
Well, they had struck a deal for 3 commercials, and one of them, like Gidget was set to appear like on Godzilla's tail as he was going through the drive-thru. And one
That's
way
funny
that
as
they
fuck.
shot this is they created a special dolly that was like a little teeny tiny frisbee that Gidget would have to sit on that would sway as if she was on the tail, and they had
That's
to train her to do that. That's fucking awesome. That blew my
Yeah.
mind.
You know what? I actually remember this commercial now that we've talked about it, and now that you've mentioned like the cold, wet element of it, like that commercial I remember now because it is the dog and like a cold, wet, damp kind of like New York City street.
Well, no,
Correct?
yeah, no, that's the commercial called Trapped, and that is the second commercial. And in this commercial, oh wait, well let me hold on. So I just want to say, with that one of her being on the special dolly, Gidget like went high up in the air on this dolly that was swaying. Like that's how much she trusted Sue and trusted the people around her, that she would be able to sit on her mark, be up there in the air swinging. That's fucking insane, man. Like
Yeah.
the training that takes, the patience that takes to train a dog to do that. Hey, you know, like I'm gonna put in some fucking applause for Sue Chipperton because hey, hats off to you,
Hats
Sue.
off, yeah.
Now,
Yeah, like that's I think just a unanimous thing. Like for every Gidget, there is a Sue Chipperton, you know, behind the scenes who makes it like it's like their agent, like makes it happen, you know.
yeah,
So
and honestly, I think that's the clear distinction between people like Joe Exotic and Sue Chipperton, because Joe Exotic was a piece of shit that treated his animals like shit and treated his humans even worse. You know what I mean? Whereas Sue, she fucking loved these animals. You know, like she
wasn't in it for the money.
She wasn't in it for the money. That's
There
what I'm
it
talking
is.
about, Jordy. She wasn't in it for the money. Whereas Joe Exotic was consistently just trying to make money, and he saw tigers and selling animals as a as a get rich, you know, quick scheme. You know, and so, you know, seeing people and hearing people like Sue Chipperton out there, that gives me hope, because after watching that Joe Exotic documentary, I was like, wow. Fucking all of these animal people must be pieces of shit. You know? Now, that commercial, the other commercial I was talking about was called Trapped. It's probably the most iconic out of the 3. And that's where Gidget is in the alleyway with a box. And it's after she spots Godzilla, she says, I think I'm going to need a bigger box. And that commercial was really rough for Gidget because it was shot at 2 a.m. in 30-degree weather with snow flurries on Wall Street in New York City.
Man,
Yeah.
What a
that
soldier.
makes me mad. You know, that makes me mad that the film crew would put her through that.
Yeah, well, keeping her warm was key. So the crew had to use like space heaters. They would like literally heat up her marks. And thinking about this, Sue was like already trying to think of ways to like make the like a fake manhole that had like heat in it. You know what I mean? So it could keep her warm when she's sitting on this manhole. But it was just impossible. And Gidget looked absolutely miserable. She was barely hitting her marks, and the director could tell. He could just tell that Gidget was not having a good time. So he addresses Sue, and Sue's like, well, how would you like it if you were naked, damp, and forced to sit on a manhole? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, Sue.
She's like, I'm looking at this director, and he's in like goose down boots, a goose down jacket, has a blanket over him, and jet space heaters blasting at him. And he's like frustrated that this poor little dog is fucking sitting in like 30-degree weather, wet and cold. You know what I mean? So she was like, my number one priority was making sure that she was good to go, she was warm. Yeah, and so after confronting, the director, they moved all the space heaters. They really repositioned and came up with a new strategy. And after a few changes, everything got situated, and they were able to do the shoot. Yeah, because again, Gidget's a pro. At 2 a.m, fine, I'll do it. Don't even sweat it, but make sure I'm warm.
Just
all right?
Hollywood style. Just Gidget's like, I just need to bump the trailer. I need to get out there and refocus. Get into the game.
Working those paws to the bone.
Yeah, we're working those paws to the
Working the
bone.
paws.
Now,
Just wait till we get this shot. You can go back to your trailer. There is going to be the biggest, fluffiest porcupine you've ever seen in your life. I promise you. Give me 10 more minutes, kid, and we'll send you back to your trailer. There's going to be piles of treats. More treats than you could ever fit into your cute little puffy mouth.
No, the next time Gidget did a shoot for Taco Bell was in July of 1999. Now, this commercial was considerably better, and a PA actually told them that this was the first time they shut down Times Square for a shoot.
Damn. The first time.
Wow.
I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that 1 second. Do you guys believe
Wait,
that?
who told them that?
A PA.
What's a PA?
I believe that.
A production
I believe
assistant.
that.
Oh,
What
okay.
what year was that?
1999.
1999. Okay. I believe that.
I
I
don't-
believe
Really?
that because
I don't know.
Even
Yeah.
Sue Chipperton was like, I didn't believe him, but I legit don't believe that, because think of all of the iconic movies shot in. They definitely didn't shut down Times Square for Godzilla.
no. Well, yeah, no, they definitely didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like then I don't know. I didn't believe them, but yeah, she was.
The first movie that I can think of where I know that New York was shut down was the movie Vanilla Sky, and that came out in 2000.
Yeah,
and
that was the first DVD my grandma ever bought.
Was
I
Vanilla
remember
Sky?
watching Vanilla Sky on DVD. I was like, wow, this is DVD. This is crazy. Do you mean to tell me I don't have to rewind it after I'm done? What?
Oh man, these kids these days.
Kids these days, I don't know.
They'll
They're
never
just with their
know.
little TikToks and their Vines and their Musical.lys.
And their Netflix.
Yeah. Now, once they wrapped this commercial, they hit the red carpet for Godzilla, and by this time, Gidget was everywhere.
See, that's what I'm
They
talking
had
about.
toys,
Star.
plush dolls, T-shirts. Gidget's face again was literally everywhere. I remember having plush dolls. My uncle. I remember going to a 4th of July party, watching Karma Chameleon on MTV. And my uncle had a bunch of Taco Bell dog plushes on it, like bordering around his ceiling.
Wow, he's a collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a connoisseur.
A
A connoisseur of Taco Bell dogs.
I always liked the shirts that Gidget was on. They would be on like their. Do you remember the shirts I'm
Yeah.
talking about? I think they just said Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, like plain
Wait,
white
wait.
shirts.
What do they say, Devin?
Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. I thought, I
Yo
thought I heard
Quiero Taco Bell. But yeah, and so you essentially could not turn on a TV without seeing her face.
See, but that's what
And-
I'm saying. That makes me that's above Grumpy Cat for sure.
Well, I mean, they didn't have any other like media. They didn't have YouTube or the internet like that.
But the TV definitely reaches more people, I think.
I think the internet reaches more people
Yeah.
now than.
But at the time, you're probably right. But at the time, everybody was watching TV.
No, you're right. I agree with you. At the time, yeah.
All right, move on. We'll keep going.
And that's where we'll pick up next week's episode on the Cheesy Gordita Bunch. We're gonna finish off with the life and time of Gidget, some of the controversies because there are more than one.
Oh wow!
And then we're gonna top it all off with a nice, believe it or not,
I
trivia
can't wait to do that.
of
So-
Gidget, the Taco Bell dog.
So we've reached kind of like this is the peak of Gidget's career right now. This was the point.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's all downhill from here.
Okay. Coming up next is the drug addiction and the depression and the spiraling into
accusations.
insanity and isolation.
I suck dick for Miss Hedgehog.
We're gonna it's like flash photos.
Yeah.
Photo.
No,
Gidget.
I mean we're gonna talk more in depth about those controversies.
Is there a money topic on this? 'Cause
What?
There's got to be a money's involved here.
Yes, there is a money. There is
perfect.
a that's one of the controversies actually.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. 'cause
Oh, is that
Yeah,
Shoe
I already know.
Chipperton's takeaway?
No, not at all. It actually has nothing to do with Sue Chipperton. It has everything to do with Taco Bell.
Uh-oh.
These cocksuckers.
Yikes.
Yep. let's-
Yet another episode of tackling a Taco Bell controversy.
Yeah, more like tackling a Taco Bell lawsuit.
Whoa.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oh!
and that's the most I'll give away on this one. But yeah, if you want to hear about that, come back to next week's episode. But thank you for listening to today's show. You know, it's nice to have DJ Dill back. That's a lot of great information about the Taco Bell dog. And again, next week we're gonna finish that up. With some controversies and how they portrayed her death, because it is. I don't want to say it's pretty funny how they talked about the way this dog died, but not even some of like our like finest stars don't get. The coveted words of some
Oh
of
my
these reporters. And believe me,
believe it or not.
she died in 2009, and there are video tributes that we will be talking about to Gidget, the Taco Bell dog.
This is good
Wow.
stuff, y'all.
Yeah. So join us next week. And again, we're approaching that 25th episode, and in honor of that 25th episode, we'll be launching a Patreon. You could, I'm sure if you search it now, it'll be up there because I think it is live now. But yeah, we're officially launching our Patreon on our 25th episode, along with some merch for some Bell Nation Loyalists.
Ooh,
So if
can't
you
wait
love-
for that.
Yeah, if you love the show and you want to support us, and you think we deserve it, follow us on Patreon. Hit us up, and we're going to be, again, launching that merch.
It's your boy, Jordan. Just you know what it is. Get at me at on Instagram, YABOI112. Follow your boy, and thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. Y'all, it's great. It's great. It's great to be here with y'all once again. Next episode's gonna be even better. So let's get it.
What's up? This is DJ Dill, future Yankee shortstop here, deadass in Northern Connecticut, saying good night. Thanks for listening. Go to my Instagram, Devin P. Hanley. Follow me, and maybe I'll follow you home. And then like Nick said, we got our Patreon coming. So please keep supporting this this amazing thing that we're doing here. And I know that you members of Bell Nation out there, you know what we're talking about. But love you. So good to be back. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, and I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. Follow me on Instagram at Cheesy Gordita Nick. Follow me on Twitter at Cheesy Gordita Nick. And then remember, follow the show. We put out some great memes almost daily. So yeah, if you want, I was gonna say you want us to fill that hole. Follow our Instagram because we got some tasty memes. And that would be at Cheesy Gordita Bunch _ and honestly, we post them everywhere. And if you want to keep up to date with the show, as well as what we're going to be doing with our merch and with our Patreon, follow our Facebook, our Twitter, and our Instagram.
Yes.
We will keep you up to date
Yes.
along the way.
All those things, you do those things, we'll fill your hole.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get
will
it.
fill your hole. So Bell Nation, stay Baja blessed. We will see you next week.
Holla.
This show is made possible thanks to listeners like you. For more great Cheesy Gordita Bunch content, follow us on social media. And if you'd like to support the show and hear exclusive bonus content, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Cheesy Gordita Bunch.